Was my affair worth a lifetime of silence? Let's do the math. A fleeting romance, exchanged for a lifetime of silence. That's what I gained. 25 years, a full quarter of a century, have passed, and in all that time, my ex-husband Daniel hasn't said a single word to me. Not when our daughter walked down the aisle. Not when our first grandchild came into the world. Not even when his mother passed away. His silence said it all. It was his answer to the decision I made. A verdict I now carry like a scar. Now I'm 62. The man I threw it all away for is long gone, and all I have left are memories, and one haunting question. Was it worth it? I still remember Daniel's face the day I told him I was leaving. He didn't get angry. He didn't shout. There were no fights or pleading. His face just collapsed. Quiet devastation. He stepped aside, and then it was like I never existed. No calls, no messages, no late-night ramblings. Just complete, unwavering silence, the kind that makes you question if you ever truly mattered to someone. I lost more than a husband. I fractured my family. Our daughter, Emily, was only 14 when I left. She couldn't understand why I chose Mark, a magnetic, unpredictable man I'd met at a work conference, over the father who read her bedtime stories and kissed her forehead each night. She didn't speak to me for 3 long years. Even now, when she hugs me, there's a stiffness, a quiet distance I can't bridge. Jacob, our son, responded with frost. He's still cold with me, polite but emotionally closed off. Then there was the social fallout. Friends picked sides. Most didn't choose me. I became that woman, the one who tossed away a steady marriage for a quick affair. Party invites stopped. At reunions, I'd catch people whispering behind my back. Even my own sister hesitated before letting me hold her newborn child. But the worst part wasn't the judgment. It was the guilt, the kind that doesn't fade but evolves. At first, it was raw, piercing regret over hurting Daniel. But over time, it became something heavier. Sticky. Inescapable. I realized I had sacrificed something real for something that was never going to last. And Daniel's silence didn't fade. I kept hoping it would. That maybe he'd soften after the kids' graduations, or if he found someone else and moved on. But he never did. His silence wasn't passive, it was intentional. A firm line drawn, enforced with painful precision. And what did I gain in return? Mark and I lasted 4 years. That's all. 4 years of highs and lows. He was thrilling, yes, spontaneous and wild, but also self-centered and flaky. The same man who once made my heart race in hotel rooms couldn't be bothered to stop at the store for milk. The fire between us burned hot and burned out, and yet the experience changed me. Regret has a strange way of teaching you. I discovered things about myself, things I'd rather not have learned. That I could be selfish, that being desired made me blind to what I already had. That freedom doesn't always bring peace. Sometimes it just brings loneliness. At the time, I thought I was breaking free, escaping routine, monotony, predictability. For a moment, I felt alive again. No responsibilities, no roles to play, just raw adrenaline. But real life always returns. With bills. With sickness. With age. And Mark. He wasn't someone who stuck around when things got tough. The fantasy. It used to play in my mind like a romantic scene from a film, our first night together, the spark, the touch. But now, I find myself remembering different things. Like Daniel making me tea when I was overwhelmed. Or the way he stood beside me at my father's funeral. How he stayed, steady, reliable, warm. The affair was a spark. But my marriage, that was a fire. A deep, enduring fire that I didn't realize was still glowing until I walked away. Daniel's silence wasn't about revenge. It was a mirror. It forced me to sit with everything I had done, stripped of excuses or delusions. No closure. No chance at reconciliation. Only the cold truth. This is what I chose. So, was it worth it? No. Not in the slightest. If I could turn back time, I would make a different choice. Not because I'm alone. I've rebuilt a life. I've moved forward. But I see now what I couldn't see then. Some choices don't just break things, they end them. And some endings leave wounds that never really close. Daniel's silence became the lesson. And maybe, in the end, that was its purpose. So if you're standing at the edge of a life-altering decision, take a breath. Slow down. Play the tape all the way to the end. Some silences never end. And some regrets, no matter how much time passes, stay sharp. Ask yourself, is your what if worth destroying what you already have?